year went by so fast, and to be here and obviously my first time defending a tournament, it's pretty cool. A lot of good memories, and I've always loved this event. Very special place for me and my fiance, who we met here in 2022. So I just love coming back here, and the golf course is in great shape. So I look forward to playing this golf course again and playing in front of the great fans we have here in Texas. No, I haven't really thought about it. I checked into the hotel and someone asked me, he said, how you feeling this week? And I was like, yeah, it's nice to be back. And he's like, but how are you feeling? Like, you nervous? I'm like, nah, I haven't really thought about it. And so I feel like it's just another week, and, I have my mind really set on Augusta next week. And so it's a great week on this golf course to kind of learn where my game's at, what kind of shots, I need to improve on for next week. And it's a great golf course for that. Very, very narrow, very tricky, and it's obviously going to be windy here. And so, I just kind of feel normal. Yeah, it's amazing. I think, everyone that's volunteering kind of recognizes me as the defending champ, and I've been getting a lot of people saying they're seeing me on the room key this week. So it's really cool, and it's such an honor, obviously, to come back and defend. And it's an event you kind of always have circled on the schedule, and so I look forward to seeing how it feels. Obviously, haven't done it before. I've done it in junior golf, but obviously a different level nowadays. And so, I'm really excited for the week. Last year, the Masters was such a long shot for me. I had my eyes set on trying to get into the U.S. Open based off of world ranking, and obviously had, I wrote a bunch of things on my wrist last year to try and keep imagining the number we wanted to get to in the world. And it's such a surreal feeling. You win here, all of a sudden you're on a plane straight to Augusta National, and it's something you really got to kind of keep off your mind and try and play this golf tournament and see where you end up at the end of the week. Yeah, I remember I wrote, my goal was to get to 35th in the world by the U.S. Open deadline. And so I wrote that one day, and then I wrote wire to wire, obviously leading every single day. And then I wrote Race My Race. I remember that one pretty vividly. I think I wrote that on Sunday. So it's just certain cues to keep reminding myself what my goal is for the day. And the crazy story about that is, when I won here, I went to 35th in the world, which I didn't realize, and then at Augusta I finished 35th. So it was a really cool story to manifest and be able to kind of accomplish all those things in such a short amount of time. Yeah, it's a great hole. Obviously, rewards a good shot if you go for it, and if you don't, then you can easily walk off with a 6 or 7. And the greens, got different quadrants, and so it is a really good hole. Hopefully we get, some downwind, and you'll see some guys going for it. But the tee shot's pretty narrow visually with the trees on the right, and then kind of that cliff looking on the left. And then the second shot, you have an uneven lie, and so it makes the second shot even harder because it's such a small margin to kind of hit it where you need to. And so, it is a really good finishing hole. It kind of brings a lot of drama with 17 being drivable and then 18 with a finishing par 5. Yeah, I feel like next week's more on my mind. Obviously, coming here, I still want to play my best and try my best and, learn every day, whether it's mentally or certain shots or putting or short game, whatever it may be. And so it's kind of a tune-up week, but it's also be very cool to kind of go back-to-back. And so, it's got a mix of both, and maybe I'll feel different on Thursday when I tee it up, but for now I'm just kind of focused on trying to get prepared for this week, but also kind of learn where I'm at for next week. Yeah, a lot of us players obviously use launch monitors every week, and I would say I'm one of the guys who uses it the most. I use it on the golf course, out of bunkers, out of the rough. every shot pretty much, and so I have a good idea of gauging it. And then also too, just this is what we do for a living, and so we practice all the time on hitting numbers, and we have such good data now to where we can practice the numbers, we can practice the certain pins just by using a launch monitor, and so it makes practicing a little more fun than just hitting golf balls all the time. And I'm such a field player, so I kind of always go back to that when I'm hitting balls alone, and it gives me something to try and achieve for the day, and so that's kind of how I do it. Yeah, I feel like I've been playing professional golf for a lot longer than some of the younger guys. Obviously not going to college, and so it really just a matter of time. Obviously you have to have the belief that you can win, and then once you get into the majors and continue to play well, not get complacent. And so it's such a matter of time. I mean, I've been doing this for almost 7 years now, and so I just feel like it's just, your time will come essentially. And, so many of these college players and younger guys coming up obviously have the game, as we've seen with a lot of the PGA Tour U guys and a couple of the guys with the accelerated points through PGA Tour U. And so it's just getting in that position more and more and getting more comfortable. And then, it's 1 week that could really change your life. And once you have that confidence, it's kind of can continue to build each week.